Yes, good evening everybody. Happy Easter to all friends and family watching me, and happy Easter to all my clients. And I wish you good luck in everything you lay your hand to do. So today I'm at home today. I just want to do this reminder video. I'm laughing today. Step ties aluminium is 2,000. Step ties aluminium 0.55 is 3,800. Stone coated, you can still get it below 3,800. You can still get it below 3,800 some places. Yeah, you can still get it below 3,800 very well. You can still get stone coated even below 3,700 if you contact me. You can see it's better for you to go for stone coated these days rather than going for aluminium step ties. Aluminium long span is almost 3,500 now. 3,500. You can see the price of aluminium is going higher, and I told you from initial video that stone coated is more superior and more better than aluminium. You cut down a better cost using stone coated these days. You know, not like before that aluminium, the gap between stone coated and aluminium is just like 3,000 naira or 2,500 or 2,000 something or 19, but now just 200 naira. You can see. So everybody should be going for stone coated now. Everybody has been forced to upgrade, so we are upgrading. So God will give us the strength to finish our house this rainy season. So it's better, all those people that have done woodwork, don't allow your, this rain is coming in another new dimension these days. It's coming with wind. It's coming with, as rain is falling and sun is getting out, sun is going higher very well. So it's better you don't allow your woodwork to waste a lot of time on the carcass before you cover it. Otherwise, you will give the roofer problem, because when it starts leaking now, when it starts damaging now, when some sides start bending now, is the roofer, the person that do the roof, that will face the problem, not even the carpenter now, the roofer. So I'm urging everybody, don't delay. If you have your woodwork, don't allow your woodwork to past 1 month for you to cover it. God will give you the money. So that's why I always advise people, try and get your roof plan, try and get quantification, try and get your plan first. Get your plan and get your measurement. You can get your rough quotation before you start doing. But you know, people now, okay, let me even talk about this one now. Somebody called me last week. He called me that I need a raw. He sent me the roof plan. The roof plan is not having measurement. I told her to go back to the architect, so that architect will tell us the measurement, or he can break it down. Then from there I can quote. You know, quotation is free. I don't ask anybody to pay for quotation. But the work that your architect or your engineer is supposed to do, that is the person you are paying. I cannot do the job because I'm not even the one that do it. If you want to get a quotation, I'm not carpenter. I have to give it to carpenter to calculate and give us quotation. And those people cannot just be doing work freely like that. We have done a lot of free work for, so it's not majority that asks us for all those roof quotations. They are not coming back to buy again. So that means you have to drop something, because it's only one person. I'm going to give it to an engineer to calculate. I'm going to give it to carpenter to calculate before I can have my own costs. Then I give it to you so that you can know this is the quotation. But all those things, if you really have a sound engineer, it's engineer that's supposed to do all those things. The engineer will give you how many square meter. But the only thing that people are not sincere these days, if you are telling your engineer to give you quotation, if your house is 500, he may tell you 1,000 square meter. So that is why this is what we are seeing every day. You know, we can't pass through that area. Those things must reoccur. And no, Nigerian, that is where some people eat. Tell your people, some people will give me rough quotation. There's some house, when you see it like this, you know that this house cannot pass 400 square meter. If somebody is telling you this house is 700 square meter, you know that person just want to weak you. Either he weaken you. He weak you that, okay, this don't quote the roof that will roof this house is 700 square meter. I'm not supposed to pass 300 square meter. You know, you'll be weak. You will not be forced to go and use what you don't want to use. You will not be forced to go back to that aluminum long span that you don't want to use. You see. but pay us token money. We are going to do this thing for you accurately, correctly, but people don't want to pay. Somebody called me last week. I just told her you are going to pay for this at 7,000 something. He say, will I accept this amount? No. This I'm not the one that is doing it. Two people that are doing this thing. Carpenter, you know, I'm giving you quotation for woodwork without even going the site. From your plan, from what dimension of your house, giving you those things, and I'm still going outside to go and investigate how much are you selling wood, add all those things to you, give you all those things so that you have an idea. 99% safe, sometimes it's 100%. I did this for one person I did this for one person in, where is it? Okay, around Agbara area. And when he did the woodwork now, it's just like 15-meter difference. The woodwork is beyond the rough quotation we did for him. It's better. At least you know that the rough quotation is not too high. It's within average. It's within every other thing is correct. It's only the roof that is 15-meter beyond that of rough quotation. So that thing make you to plan ahead that, okay, this thing I can do it. But some people don't want to pay that token. They just want to, if you just tell them, even some people will call you for measurement. Just tell them you are going to give my installer transport. That's all. They'll just close the chapter. Ha, boss. It's not easy in Lagos, so it's not easy in Lagos. Sometime today, I went to one site. I left my house early in the morning, around 6 a.m. I went to one site just to go and check some things. I came back to my house around 3:30. Just drive there, come back with traffic. Just go there, check, come back, go to another place again, get the thing, get back to the site again. That's all. No, there's no any major work there. You see, you spend time in Lagos, but some people don't want to pay you. They don't want to pay you for this service. You are not giving me work yet. You want me to burn 7,000 naira to go to your site in one place to go and give you measurement that is not certain that you are going to buy with me. It's not fair. The fair there is what I offer people. Pay for the transport. When you buy, I return your money to you. And that's what I've been doing for people. Some people can testify on this platform. A lot of people, when they are paying like this, they remove the money. But some people, you know, there's some people that no matter what you do to them, they are not going to buy. They just want to get. Some people will be lying. Nobody has measured. When some people call me like this, I will know that this person just want to. Okay, sir, give us the measurement. Let me give you. I just need measurement. Let me give you quotation. Quotation is free. They will tell you, nobody has measured the roof. But after you go to the site, now you will see, you know, when one person measure it, it put a mark on the roof. When another person measure it, it puts a mark on the carcass. So when you go there, you will know how many people has measured that same roof. They will be lying. Nobody has measured it. But when you go there, you see 3-4 people have measured the same roof. What the other person want to get? Just want to get measurement. Just want to stress people. Stress people. Let them come and measure. I don't know how many measurements you want to do to get. But I know some people exaggerate measurements. Some people will measure for you. They will hide it. But all those things also happen to those people in your site. Those people in your site are those people that cause all those major problems. Some people, if you go to measure now, the person you met in the site will be telling you, I'm the one in charge. You are going to have something to me. You are going to have. Those are the problems we faced in the site. These are the problems. Those are the problems that we face in Nigerian sites. Somebody that don't know you will call you. I'm the owner. I am the one that built that house with that. If you must give me something, you must have also something to me. Some people will even be demanding. Those are the things we face in the site. So it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. It's not easy to just, you know, somebody that have sent 4 people to his, you know what, some people have gone in the back to measure and give you quotation. If me, I now go and I compromise with that person in your side, you will run away from me. So anybody that want to call me, if you call me, first thing you ask me, what is your price? If you ask me, I tell my, if my price is okay for you, you now, okay, we'll continue from there. Let's go to your site. Give us transport. If your site, there are some people that have not even asked for transport. I'll just go. If I see that this person is a good potential buyer, you know, we have stayed long in this business. We know those people that just want to use you and those people that want to buy. But sometimes it doesn't count. Sometimes you can't know. Some people will just go to their sites without even requesting for any money. I'll just spend my money, spend my time. But let me tell you one thing. You see, Lagos is very, very hard to. If you want to go from Yanokpaja, come to Highland to come and take measurement for let's say example in that Kulakwe, it's a 1 day walk, 1 day journey. 1 day, your 1 day has you cannot do any work that day again. You spend money, come to just to take a measurement, you go back again. It's 1 day walk. Some people, you know, those boys that you are seeing, they work for another company. They might have another work they want to go and do, and a already established work, the work that will pay them the money. Another guy will call them to go and measure a roof. And some clients will be saying, I'm giving you a work, I can't give you transport money. You have not offered me any work yet. You are just getting a measurement. That measurement does not guarantee that you are going to buy with me. Even I have some people that my carpenter did their woodwork self, they didn't even still buy with me. So that's how this work is. And some people that will call me that will say, oh, pay, deliver to my site before. I don't do that. Nobody, we don't do that. It's not possible. Don't call me for that. We don't do that. That's why if you see my quotation, read my quotation, 100% payment upfront. There is a reason for this. We have done that backfire. Somebody that promised you, I'm going to pay you money after a month. This money that we are using for this business is not our money. We to loan it from the bank. I'm telling you. And all these things that you are seeing, all these things that you see, if we want to import goods, we pay upfront for the manufacturer. Even though the manufacturer has known us for donkey years, they will still get their money pay 100%. Sometimes it's even you can pay 50%, but after they finish the work is still in their place. So after they finish, you must still balance up before you can carry your goods from their from the manufacturing plant out there. Why some people you pay 100%? Everything you pay, when you pay that, you pay 100% before your goods can even leave New Zealand or live anywhere. The Suncap Nigerian standard organization that will go and inspect that goods, either it's original or fake, you will still pay them each of the sample. Melano, Shingu, Roma. If it is Shingu, if it's Melano, if it's Roma, you are going to pay money to get product certificate for that thing. You are going to pay $300. Each of the sample we attract for $42 each. You are still going to pay that money up front. After you have finished that product certificate, do your Form M. If you want to start, if the goods has left the manufacturing plant and coming overseas, you are still going to pay another $300 for Suncap certificate. That Suncap certificate is also what you are going to use to prepare your PAR, pre-arrival assessment. When you pay that, when you do that thing, you pay. You know you have paid $600 plus on some money now. Just so they may not even go there. Sometimes they just check the certificates. You know, when you produce all those things, you're going to have testing certificate, all those things. From that thing, you know, Igbos, they don't lie now. They can't tell you that if this thing is this, they can't tell you this. They trust themselves. It's not like Nigeria. So when they see, they know that this thing is superior, this thing is good. But most time they go there, they go to the factory and check. Because during that COVID-19 time, like they are not going. Like you are going to send the manufacturer. They link with the manufacturer streets. The manufacturer send them the test certificate after they produce. They send it to the Suncap. The Suncap just verify, test it, check the analysis, and certify it. So that's all those things you pay upfront. So after your goods has come to the port again, you are going to pay terminal charge. You are going to pay some all those charge. You are going to pay clearing agent. All those money is 100%. When you pay now, when you are coming out from the port, if you have any delay again, for example, the truck are not able to enter Apapa port to go and take it. After another one, you are going to pay another 2 week extra upfront. So that 2 week will be counting. Any day you carry it, they are going to return the money after another 30 days for you. So you pay upfront in the port, not even back You pay upfront, you pay everything. So after you bring the goods to your warehouse now, Omonile will come. You are still going to pay again. Pay for the work that will offload it. Pay for the crane that will offload it. Everything is pay. When the truck is when the load is much, and the trucks spend more than 24 hours in your warehouse, you're going to pay for demurrage again. That amount, half of the amount you pay in bringing the pot from the sea. You know, every of these things we pay payment, but some people don't understand. That's why we don't sell 60%, because people will fail you. A lot of people, if I tell you now my money is at its hang outside, some people don't money say I have even left it for God. Let it go. Not that those people, some people, some people installation costs, you will now be begging them, pay, I beg, help me pay. Oga, sorry, Oga, I'm sorry. It's one problem that happened. So do you want me to be telling the installer that I've done their work, to be telling them that this thing is happening? Sometimes I use my money to pay all those. I will not be waiting for the client to pay me. So all this work is a stressful job. It's a sunny job. People are on the sun knocking wood. You don't need to suffer them. You pay them as they go. They've done their work, you pay them. At least if anything happens, they are my boys. Nothing will happen. People will be afraid that what about if they didn't do the work very well? For stone coated, the work must be 100% now. If the work is not, if anything happens, we still go to the side. But for example, if you do a work and one place is leaking, will I ask you to bring money again? We have already done work for you. Every other thing is now free. If there is maintenance, it's free. But to go and measure, you need to pay money, because it's not 100%. You know, that's why if you see everybody that have purchased material from me, I never delay any. If you come to factory sometimes, if you want to purchase aluminium, they give you between 3 to 4 days for them to deliver to your site. Which of my clients have bought material from me that I delay the client for 2 days? No. If client pay today, tomorrow I make sure the material, because I understand people. When I was working for one company, I think in 2012, there was one man. Let me give you the story. There was one man that saw me online then. So me and that man came to Lagos. He was traveling, then he came to Lagos. He was in a hotel. So he invited me. I came to a hotel and we discussed. He gave me all the documents of the house, the roof plan, everything. So he said we should go and calculate it. I should give him rough quotation. So what he'll be expecting. So I took it from him. I sent it back to him. So after then, when he ready, I'm the one that even provide carpenter. The house is in Rumula in Port Harcourt. I'm the one that provide a carpenter. So my carpenter did it. So it is the wife that is now handling the project then. So before the wife could pay the money, wala. Okay, you are not trusting me. Okay, send person to Lagos to come and see our warehouse. He said, no, I don't have anybody. I'm not trusting you. No, bring the goods to port. I said, we don't do like that. So later on, the woman paid the money. As soon as the woman pay like this, every 30 minutes, the woman is calling. The woman is calling. How far have you started loading? Yeah. So unfortunately, when the motor we load, the motor move in the night. When the motor reach Bayelsa, or that boundary between Bayelsa and Port Harcourt, the motor break down. So the vehicle could not reach Port Harcourt that early in the morning. Come and see, this woman just start calling. He say, I'm not buying again. Don't bring the goods to my factory. Don't bring the goods. If you bring the goods, I will reject it. Return my money. So you know how I wish we are taking this goods to this woman with, okay, pay up front. Bring the goods before you pay. You see what will happen? I can't even handle the woman again. I just go and give the phone to my madam. My madam tried to talk with her. She didn't accept to. So when they repair this motor, they now reach the site around 12 p.m. This woman did not allow us to enter K2. He said he's not buying again. We should return the goods we now started begging, and I can't reach the husband again. The husband has traveled out. I can't reach the husband again. I started begging this woman. This is the condition. Even the driver now, which kind of woman is this? See, human being can change. I've seen a woman, I've seen somebody that deposit. We don't this red bond, red material. People buy less of that, so we bring just few to the factory. So this person say he needs red bond. So we imported red bond because of this man. He deposit money, I think he deposit 500,000 then. After then, this man say he's not buying bond, he's not buying again. And we purposely imported this material because of this man. See that problem? A lot of things like that. There's one that even happened recently. The man called me. I went to Warri to measure the roof, give him quotation, we bargain, and we have sealed everything. Everything has been. So he was asking that he's going to pay today, that I should arrange driver. That when am I going to? I say, if you pay today, if you pay early today in the morning, I'm going to produce the material today. The motor will leave Lagos today. It will reach Warri early in the morning tomorrow. That's what I told him. I've already even read the motor. Everything is ready. My installer, they didn't go anywhere. They have another work to do. I stop everybody. This man didn't pay. This man supposed to pay, he didn't pay. And he has sent his brother. One of his brothers is living in Lagos. He has sent his brother to come and see the factory, to come and see the material he's buying the factory. This one is not even that he didn't see also. He has seen the material, he has seen factory, he has seen me, seen everything. I don't know what happened. And I called his brother. Your brother is not responding on WhatsApp again. And the man is in UK. I called his brother. The brother that came to the factory said, I should try and call his brother. And I know, sir, something is happening. Can you imagine that I have to pay those drivers that I waited? Because the driver should have carried another load. I paid that driver extra of 10,000 naira. Those my brother that I waited. So I gave them 2,000 naira, 5 of them. Just because I don't want to delay, immediately pay a month is good to get to that point immediately. But some people, they will just be shouting, oh, you don't know that. So these days now, if client didn't pay, I don't do any arrangements. You pay, I started doing your arrangement cannot pass one day. That's why I told anybody I want to pay early. You cannot pay in the evening and tell me to start moving the goods in the evening. No, it's not possible. We are going to close. We are human being. If you want me to move the goods that day, because I will start moving that day, prepare everything. Motor, I'm going to get a vehicle that carry it. We carry everything that same day that you pay. So the motor can move in the night or can move if it's within Lagos. It can move. They will move 5 o'clock. That's what we did. One woman owner paying him away 5 o'clock. But they move. They leave the warehouse 5 o'clock. By 7 a.m. they are already in the site. No delay, nothing. But you can't be paying the night. You now expect me to bring the goods in the morning. It's not possible. Abba. So consider us too. We too we are spending time, spending money. We just try to please everybody. I know how some factory do. If you pay, even in Benin, if you pay some factory, they will use 2 weeks. They will tell you there are plenty people on ground. They will use, some people use 1 week. But me, I never delay nobody. It's only when there is problem with vehicle that I'll just delay you for 2 days. And even just few. There's one time that I need to take a goods for one person. We park in one petrol station and another motor block us. We didn't see the driver that parked that motor. No, the motor loaded in the night. He has to park in the filling station, pay the filling station guy to guard the motor so that early in the morning they leave there. Because if he park inside warehouse, that early in the morning they're supposed to leave, we are not opening that time. So that another motor just park and block the vehicle. That's what costs. And the aluminium now, you can't move aluminium in daytime. You have to move early in the morning or in the night. So that's what delayed the material not to get to the side that particular day. So there is condition for everything. So help us to help you too. Help us to help you too. Not always. We are not here to cheat anybody. We are not here to cheat anybody. I always give everybody the best. It's just, there's one woman that called me from, that woman has been following me up since 2019. So he did the woodwork finish, he sent me the measurement, this is the measurement, and I told him this woodwork, this measurement is high, let me go and measure. So he paid transportation. He didn't even pay transportation because the woman is not straightforward. So I told my boy to go to, when he comes to the Ibadan, so when he gets to Ibadan, he measure it, they give him the transport. So I measure it. The measurement we get is less, far lesser than what they gave him. I gave him the quotation. So from there, I said, I'm afraid. I don't want to pay. Bring the material to. Madam, no, I have to see my quotation now. Why are you asking this thing? Okay, send person to come. You say you don't have anybody to send to Lagos. That mother in Nigeria, the person is UK. A mother in Nigeria started calling. I said, Madam, we don't do that. If you can't send anybody, there's nothing I can do. Abba, not today. So that's how that one go. So sometimes you trust. They know there's another roof in Mowe that time. I think I'll talk about this roof now. You know, there's something when you see a house, even though without measuring it, you know this is the average that will roof this house. A house of 4-bedroom flat, a aluminium house of 4-bedroom flat. No matter how high the house, it cannot be beyond 300 and something meters. So when the woman sent me the measurements, it's her sister. I had a sister in Nigeria that is handling the house. So when the woman is in UK, he gave me the number of that I had that sister. I call her. The way she's sounding on the phone, I know that this woman, and he's telling me that how many people that this woman want to send to the side say he's tired, taking if you want to buy it. See, you're not the owner of the house now. Now this woman said make I go measure the house, and he assigned me transport to come to the place. I was just thinking that I was just imagining that thing in my mind though. I'm not telling the woman. So unfortunately we get to the site. You know what? We now measure the house. The house is 285. I cannot forget that measurement. That is the worst experience I've gotten so far. And I know I told you they gave the woman 700 and something. The house is 285 meters. When I gave this woman this quotation, the woman just called me immediately. Am I sure that everybody that has measured, it's only me that woman didn't. Every other people that measure, he brought them. And he has already gave them what they are going to put in the quotation. It's only me that came via. The woman saw me on the YouTube and called me straight forward. I'm the only one that he sent to that woman. So there's no any bridge of conduct between me and that woman in Nigeria. I just sent him the quotation straight because it's my WhatsApp. You know what this woman did? This woman in Nigeria, he said we are not professional. He said my installer that came, he said he didn't even spend up to 5 minutes on the roof. He said he is not sure that he measured the accuracy. I said, Madam, just pay. If this material didn't cover your house, I will do all the remaining one. We are going to sign. This is how they brainwash this woman. This woman didn't buy anything from you. This is how they brainwash this woman. So a lot of people that you send to me, there's one woman in Badan also. When I see this house, you see they measure the house. The house is 800. Before you can see a house of 800 square meters, and a massive house, a very massive house. I saw the house. I said, Madam, this your house is not up to that. He said that installer has done house for his friend. So, do you know how many square meters the guy added? I have to give him his money because I'm not the one that brought him. He's the owner that brought him. So I don't have any. I cannot go to that woman. A lot of things like that. So that's how business. If you can, I told you already. This house is not up to that measurement. I told you verbally. This house is not up to that measurement. Give me transportation. Let me go and verify this measurement. At least you have measurements you are going to use to compare. If I'm giving you high, you know that this person is giving you high. What you'll be expecting that I will be giving, because I've already convinced you that this measurement is high, what you should be expecting from me is low. But no, some people just believe in that person they bring. That person come and collect big money at the back. So we'll pay him that money. Because it's the person you trust, it's the person you brought. I'm not the one that brought him. So a lot like that. So me, I'm not jack of all trade. Some people tell me if I do work for them, can you do this? So I don't do those things. I do what I do. I do roof, window, water collector, and doors. Those are the things. And I'm not even major on door because door is very stressful. I only do door for all those people that I know that I've done roofing for them. I've done other things. They trust me already. Those people will not stress me because door. No. The only thing, the business I have mostly stressful in online is doors. You can be chatting with one person because of door from morning to night, sending me a lot of picture, bargaining on, the person will still not buy. I don't have that time again to be wasting. And it's not that they will come. Some people will tell you they want to come. If they come safe, they will just be asking for the door they cannot see in Nigeria. Some people tell, I need a powerful door, bulletproof door. When you just send him the picture of door and you call the amount, now they'll say it's very high. Do you want to buy a bulletproof door for 100,000? It's not possible now. So that door is very, very stressful. Very, very stressful to run online. I prefer people to come to the people that come on their own. They just see what they want to buy. If it's lesser quality they want to buy, they buy it. If it's higher quality, they choose it themselves. But me, if I'm advertising online, I'll be pushing good quality to you, because I don't want to sell things that you will now tell that this person. I'll be pushing good quality to you, and those good quality are expensive. Just like water system. If you see some solid water system like this, 100 people live in that house, they are parking, that water system is still solid. But you see some people, just only if you see the seat of water system will be shaking before you know it has pulled off. There are difference between quality and quantity. So if person is, you ask questions. Quality deal in this Nigeria, you don't even need to import. Some people will be importing. I've seen a lot of people that import water system from abroad to Nigeria. There are still that quality in Nigeria, but you don't ask question. If you go to market verbally, people will, because they know that people want to buy cheap things, they will push you to that one that are lesser. You just pick it up, and before you know that thing, everything will start breaking. Everything will start blocking. So I don't do anything. These are the work I do, but actually there are sincerity in everything. If you want person that will supervise your site for you, that person may not be. If you need a good engineer that will not cheat you, I can provide for you. If you need a person that can supervise your site for you, that person will supervise. Will supervise without you know the problem of Nigerian building. The engineer or your brother in the site, they collaborate with the people that are doing work in that site to get money. So they cannot control those people again. That's why those people build bad. Let me give you one story that happened. That man in this Lagos, that man is a builder. He build house sell. So he has different suppliers, people that supply cement. So he have people that are working with him. So this man now know that things are not. These people that are working with me, the man is not caring. Okay, engineer, how many cement do we need? 100. You just pay. We don't. It's not putting. But you don't see that. Oh man, I'm buying too much. So you now go and bring his brother from their village in the east. Can you imagine? So when they now arrange cement in the warehouse, I'll be sorry, in their store. Let's say the man pay for 500 bags of cement. They may go and bring 400. They will not arrange it in such a way that you know that cement is 500. They will leave the middle empty. So when this man discovered this thing, you know what this man do? This man just carry the account number of that his boy that I brought from Lagos. Now go and check the account statement in the bank. You know how much he saw in the bank account? The guy that just spent only 1 month and 15 days in Nigeria, he saw almost 14 million plus in the account. Different people, cement, the person that is supplying cement, they send money. So everybody that is sending other their co-worker, if they do any business, all those transfer. That's how they sorted everybody. So when before even the man called the guy, how did this money arrive in your account? Say those people that buy house, those people that used to buy house from them, those are the people that used to dash in that money. So when they now check, they now see the people that are selling paint, the people that are selling water system, those are the people that are wiring the money to him. Instead of, if the man pay for 500 bags of cement, they will supply 400 bags of cement. So the place that they're supposed to do with 100 bags of cement, because of that thing that they've stolen, they will do it with 200. That's why houses in Lagos are not strong. That's why you see person that build skyscraper collapse. That man that died there, the owner of that skyscraper may not be the culprit. He don't because in work you can't do work alone. You must have people that you trust that work with you. You trust them already. But you don't know that these people are raping him in the back. They are raping him. Is he only the one that built the skyscraper that break? If they've used the quality of material they need for that house will not come down like that. A lot of houses are collapsed in Lagos. A new house will collapse in Badore. A new house, people have not even go inside. It collapsed because of the place they're supposed to use 30 bags of cement because of stealing. They want to steal. They use 20 bags of cement. But you need, when you have engineer in the site safe, you have your brother, you still need one person that will supervise them, neutral person that will not collaborate with them. If you collaborate with worker in your site, they will do inferior finishing for you, because they know that that person that is supervising them cannot talk to them, because they know that he's stealing already. So that is the problem we are having in Nigeria. That's why I say, you people too, do your research on your own. Sometimes take people from house, let people come out, people that you don't even know. Using those people that you know, so it cause you problem. But some people, when they come to, they will be telling, this person will fraud me. There is no sane businessman that you just call that will come and cheat you. It's not possible. Because you know that if you do good work for him, you are going to introduce him to one person. I've done the work for one person that introduced me to more than 5 clients. How I wish I have rubbish his work from initial. He will have run away from me. So that is how businessmen do. There's sometimes you have challenges. So I'm not saying that. There's sometimes you have challenges. There's time you have challenges. But if your challenges is limited, not everything that goes smoothly. There's sometimes you have challenges, but not always. Not deliberate challenge. Not deliberate. You cheat people. Not by cheating people that you excel. You can't do that. We are not brought up by that method. And you see some engineers that within 2 years they build their whole house. They're using big car. We don't do like that. Don't come right. If we want to do that, we have any to do that, but we don't siphon people money. Even though it's that 20,000, 10,000 that we have in one delivery, it's okay for us. It is the will of God that make man to truly prosper, not by defrauding another person, siphoning, doing a bad thing for people, cheating people. But those people that cheat you most are those people that you know, your brothers, your sister. We go to the site, we know what is happening there. So be careful. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Bye.